welcome to another video, this time for the parents with kids staying at home this summer. It can be a lot to go from your kids being at school and out of the house. You have your routine to now throwing a wrench in whatever routine that you've probably just like freshly established. And I made a list of a bunch of different things to keep my kids occupied and keep us on a schedule and like a routine during spring break. And I noticed that I made a huge list. And spring break was just 1 week, and so we didn't even have time to like get through all of the stuff on our list. So let's see, what is this? Notes, here we go. Spring break ideas. And I've noticed in the past, sometimes I get so excited to, we don't have to wake up early. We don't have to be so structured. Like I get very burnt out on the getting to school at a certain time and getting to do bedtime at a certain time. And then you have to be awake at a certain time, get everyone dressed, get everyone's teeth brushed, get breakfast for everyone. So I really enjoy those slow mornings where you don't have to just rush constantly. And I did make like a loose schedule too. Maybe I'll gosh, what was it? Okay. So first thing we're going to do before we even have all these ideas of like what we can do and where we can go. I want you to think about like what you need in the mornings. And for me, I need time, not even by myself, just like quiet time. And I originally had made my like daily schedule, and my husband saw it and was like, why don't you switch these two things? Because if they get screen time before they have outside time, they're going to be even crazier and like get you to your edge of, what you can handle early in the day. And so I like what he was saying there. So our goal is to wake up by 9 a.m. I'm just going to write this down because I have another list downstairs. 9 a.m. wake up. And for me, my goal is to meditate, do yoga, read a book, sit outside and drink my tea and listen to the birds. Like that's the main thing that I'm doing. My kids can be a part of that. They can be outside drawing. They can be reading books. They can be playing with Hot Wheels. We have this back patio that's beautiful and the birds are out there, and it just makes me feel so good to start my day there. Even this morning is Saturday and I was like, let me just scroll in bed. And I caught myself like, realistically probably an hour into scrolling, and I was like, this actually isn't going to make me like feel good for the rest of my day. So let me go like do the things I know is going to make me feel good. So yours doesn't have to look like mine. I just want you to think about after you wake up, like what is going to make you feel your best. And if that is putting your kids on the screen time so that you can do something that maybe you need quiet, or you have like really little kids and you need that time to yourself, like don't judge yourself for it. Just acknowledge what you need and make space for that in those times. Okay, so I have 9 a.m. wake up, and then like book time, quiet time, mommy's meditation / yoga. And I have like wake up and eat or like brush teeth. And I even might do brushing teeth like after this book time, because sometimes I don't even brush my teeth like first thing, which I know some people are going to be like, that's disgusting. But I even talked to my dentist about this, and they're like, the most important thing that you do is brush your teeth before you go to bed. If you wake up, like if you just brushed it before bed, your mouth is going to be actually like relatively clean. So usually first thing in the morning, I'm trying to like floss, like flossing. I don't know why flossing is easier for me than brushing my teeth, but flossing, and then like the whole production of the water and the toothbrush and the 2 minutes for your whole mouth. Excuse me. So yeah, then 11 a.m. is screen time. And that's like, they can have screen time, I can have screen time, but that is their like screen time. And then from 11 to noon is screen time. And then noon is lunch, and then at 12:30 we're gonna clean up lunch, and like any mess from the morning we're just gonna clean up, and that's gonna be like built into our day. Yeah, you could even have cleanup be before screen time, but I know like I want to clean up lunch and toys and everything, like just reset the house at like around noon. So for me, I want to clean up then. Okay, so screen time, clean up, and then I really just want there to be like an open-ended time. Like, I don't know, that's also going to be like the hottest part of the day. So either like, I think maybe that'll be our adventure time. So that's like load up in the car and we don't know where we're going. We're just going to figure it out. So that is like library or go to the creek, go on a bike ride, even like grocery shopping can be an adventure with two kids. Play at a park. Okay, and actually let me read some of these to you guys. I live next to a town called Longmont in Colorado, and there's like this little museum there that's so fun for my boys, and it's like very cheap. I think it's like $5 per person or something. Find like local museums in your area, or even if you have to drive like 30 minutes, that's like time in the car where you can kind of just chill, and it's nice to have that separation from the kids if you're going to be home with them all day. There's a park that we really like, so like park and picnic. Go to a trampoline park, do a fort. Another place near me, Junkyard Social Club, which is like it's like a coffee shop, but also like a full indoor and outdoor playground. So kids can just like run wild. That also costs money if you're in Colorado. I think it's like $11. I feel like it was $11 for two kids. It was still, that's relatively cheap still. Go to the library, get some books, brain breaks on YouTube. They have brain breaks that my kids love doing. There's one right now that my oldest, who's 7, puts on, and it's like an Among Us dance, and they both my 7-year-old and my 3-year-old will sit in front of the TV and like dance to that. Laser tag, go to a movie, which also is like nice for the heat of the day because I'm not equipped to deal with heat in the middle of the day. So that'd be a good time if you go to a movie in the daytime and it's a matinee. I think anything before 4, and it's also cheaper. So board games, I said that. Go to the creek, eat at a kids eat free restaurant. Girl, I'm a little cheap, but I'm also like balling on a budget. So I want to get like the most bang for my buck. And there's a lot of places that will offer kids eat free, like whether it's one day of the week or something, but definitely capitalize on those specials so that you can go out to eat and it's not going to cost you as much as it would if you're going to go out somewhere where you're paying for everyone's meals. Pinterest craft, science activity, have a play date with someone from school or a neighbor. This is maybe local to like Colorado or other places with hot springs. Go to an open house, do a scavenger hunt, yoga video on YouTube. There's like kids yoga videos. What else do I have? Eggers, go to like a crystal shop, and it's a pretty drive to get there. Yeah, if you're near Golden, Colorado, Eggers Laboratorium, I don't know, something like that. It's called Eggers, though. You can type that into your maps, and it's like one of my favorite crystal shops ever. The rec center has a pool. I can also drop off the kids there and put them in the like daycare while I do yoga, which is nice. Do an easy hike and then pizza after. Water balloon fight. We got these, Costco had like the reusable water balloons, and they're magnetic, and I'm so tired of picking up trash. Not only is it like not great environmentally, but also just the work you have to do to pick up all of the balloons after you have a water balloon fight. So water balloon fight, water table, go get donuts, go to the bike park. There's a couple near us that are really fun, and there's one that has like a kids specific area, and the kids love that, and that's like a great way to get out of the house. So those are my things. And and also have camp in the backyard. And then, yeah, I think I read all of these. Yeah. And this is from spring break, but I like wrote out, like you could do this on a Sunday night and just plan out what you're going to do at the week. Did I do anything in this? I think we did like 3 of the things. You know, it was nice for me to make the schedule, but just so you can feel like supported in your day. And if you are just going crazy and you're out of ideas, you can be like, what did I say we were going to do? The schedule isn't there for you to abide by 100%. The schedule is there as a support for you as a parent who might be getting overwhelmed as the day goes on. you've done the same thing, or you're like tired of just, relying. I know for me, I rely on the TV sometimes when it doesn't actually feel great. It's easier in the moment than being like, hey kids, let's pack up our stuff and go somewhere. But in terms of like mental health, I have found is so much more beneficial to do the harder thing versus just throwing on the TV. And I do see behavioral problems in my kids whenever they're on it for like hours and hours and hours. So I am going to try to limit screen time a little bit this summer. I say that now, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do an update at the end of the summer and see like how it actually went. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. I really just, it's hard to stay at home with kids. And people think that like, oh, you get to stay at home, you're not working. Yeah, it is. Childcare is work. Just because it's unpaid labor does not mean it's not labor. Just because you get to be with your kids doesn't mean it's not work. You're making 3 meals a day for them. It can be a lot, and it can be really stressful. And I want to encourage you too to like one night a week, do something for yourself, whether it's going out with friends, going to a yoga class, going to a coffee shop, meeting up with a friend, which again, these are things that are harder to do than just sitting on your couch and scrolling through your Instagram, your TikTok. But I promise you the long-term benefits are substantially higher when you just make the effort to make a plan with someone, or just make a date with yourself and do something for you, because you will go crazy taking care of all these other people and you're not actually pouring back into yourself. So I really want to encourage you to make sure you have a date weekly for yourself to do something, and you hold yourself accountable. Use the comment section to keep accountability. But yeah, good luck this summer. I know we all need it. What is that quote? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Yeah. I just think planning has a huge impact on how our days can go. If you have a plan, you don't have to stick to it, and you can be gentle with yourself if you do stray from it. But we want that plan so that we can have something to come back to. And in moments of frustration or whatever, we can just come to the blueprint and be like, what in this do I have the capacity to do right now? Oh, and let's finish up this. So I started that list, the schedule. So we left off with adventure, and I'm going to leave that really open-ended. And then dinner, we'll say like 3:30 make dinner. 3:30 make dinner. Which might sound early, but then like when my husband gets home, he has a fat meal, my kids have a fat meal, and then it's like, if you want to have cereal before bed, sure, because we've already eaten a big meal and you just need like a little snacky snack. And then I have, lights out at 10, baths at 8:30, 8 or 8:30. And then from then, I just really want it to be very like loose, because that is mainly my husband's time. But and then I read reading time too in there. And I've saved, maybe I should make this into another video, but I like save all of the schoolwork from the year. I put it in a folder. Is it in here? Let me grab it actually. So I save everything that my kids do in school. This is from my oldest last name. This is from preschool. So I have this. I just need to like clean this off with some alcohol. But it's like this. So this thing is clean under here. And then they would show you. So this goes in here. And then every day in preschool, you like draw your name for school. So I'm going to redo this with my youngest name and then get him prepared for preschool. We're still not sure if he's going to go this next year because his birthday is like 13 days after the cutoff. So we're trying to figure that out. But yeah, we're trying to just, you do like the things that are age appropriate for them. So like drawing, coloring, those are for my 3-year-old. And then this is stuff from this school year and from kindergarten. My oldest is in 1st grade. This is like an old creative memories thing. So I just left the color coding there. But yeah, so this is like the math and counting section. So there's like money and like counting. So this is like a little bit elementary. I think this might have been from kinder, but it's going to be easier for my son. And honestly, having just the schedule of like, hey, this is my time what I do school, even if it's just for 1 hour, which I hear is about how much you need during this, like if you do homeschooling. So I just have everything organized here. You don't have to do it like this. I'm a little bit crazy. But for me, this is another thing that just supports me, because on this schedule, like I do want to have like homework time. I only will be in charge of that on the days where I'm like not going to work at 5 p.m. obviously, or we could do it beforehand. And like maybe that's a day where we're eating out. But yeah, I also need flow and flexibility in my schedule. So as great as this is now, I'm going to get bored of this in a month or two, and then I'll change it all up. So maybe then I'll make another video too of like how it's going and what I'm doing. Ooh, and this year, my son was like, my oldest son in first grade was falling behind on reading. And I realized like, oh shit, we didn't read at all with him this summer. Like we didn't, like every single night, it wasn't really part of our whole routine. And now I'm starting to read more with them and try to make it like a daily practice. And it's fun. And I'm also learning Spanish. My oldest is going to school at a bilingual school, so we're all learning Spanish together. So we're reading Spanish books, and that's my motivation to read to them the Spanish books, because then it's helping me learn Spanish. And I have a goal I set the goal last year to be fluent in Spanish in 10 years. So I have 9 years now. Just find those like little things that bring you joy too. Like it's bringing me joy to read to my kids. I know that I'm keeping, my oldest on top of like school and being ready and prepared to go into second grade next year. Reading the Spanish books is fun for me. I get to learn. I'm, connecting pathways in my brain, which I love doing and is fun for me. So if you need any help with the planner aspect too, I do have one for sale. I actually just fully revamped it. It's beautiful. So many updates this year to it. There's really an emphasis on financial planning, self-care, and meal prepping, and knowing what's in your kitchen, positive affirmations. And again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this content and you like my channel. I try to post videos every Sunday, but at least you'll get a video once a week from me, and a few shorts rolled in there too. You can also follow me on Instagram at Rainbow Rach. My old account got deleted and I'm working to rebuild that presence there. So that would mean the world to me for you to follow me there. And if you want to find more ways to work with me or see more of my offerings, go to rainbowrach.com with 2 W's. I just updated my website, so everything is up to date, and I actually changed some of my offerings around because one of them was like $3,000, $4,000, and I just wanted to make something a little bit more accessible. So now I have a way to work with me. I think the prices are like $120 and then $300 something. So yeah, if you're interested in that, go check it out on my website. I'll link that in the description box below. There's also a link for that planner, link for the rainbow deck. I have everything linked down there so you'll see it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.